What is up, everyone? It is Cody here from Kubicon with another episode of the Jeep TJ 1-ton build. I just finished editing and uploading episode 24, so this is going to be the Jeep TJ rust repair video that spans basically back a year since I started it. So you guys are going to see a bunch of different variations of weather, the shop, and just everything in general. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, we have probably like 10 hours of freaking rust repair. The Jeep tub's back on. I didn't film half of it because it's freaking terrible and I hate it. We'll get underneath there. I'll kind of show you the finished product on the Jeep. And yeah, we'll go from there. We're doing another episode of the Jeep TJ 1-ton build. We're gonna be working on rust repair on the tub here. I probably have like 8 hours of video on this, so we'll see what the final video ends up being. I think it was originally supposed to be episode 4. We're now on, I think, episode 9. So we'll see when it actually comes out. Okay, so old cross member. It is held in with a million spot welds all over the place. What I'm gonna do is utilize 1/8 inch drill bit to drill the center, and then I've got a 5/16 bit here that will drill through and it will cut through all the spot welds. Some of this stuff, like right in here, we're replacing the floor, so it's not necessarily going to really matter if I cut this or not. So some of this stuff I may just go through and cut out with a cutoff wheel because it really isn't going to matter in the grand scheme of things. We're gonna do this side, which is the passenger side first. Both passenger and driver are in pretty rough shape. So I'm gonna start drilling these spot welds out one at a time. The ones I need to get this support off. And then here is our new cross member support. So what my thought is I'll get it in. This section of the tub is going to remain the same. So I'm thinking spot weld it in here, and then up top here I can spot weld it in, so that way we're not dealing with worrying about the tub necessarily shifting very much. So before I put the rock slider back on, I'm gonna respray this, but there is some rust repair that needs to get done on this. So I'm gonna start drilling spot welds, and we'll go from there. Okay, this is future Cody talking to past Cody in the videos. Your Jeep tub's not going to go out of square if you go through and cut the front floor pan and the rear floor pan out, put the new ones in, and then put the new torque box back on. I know that for a fact because I did exactly that, and my Jeep tub is back on the frame right now, square. Spot welds, you're not going to drill them. Just cut it off with a cutoff wheel and grind it as flat as you can. Is the best way if the tub is off. But you're gonna see me do basically exactly that in this video here in just a few seconds. My impatience got the best of me and just ended up cutting it off. So there were a couple spot welds that had to get kind of fixed, but all in all, it's off. I can grind this off easy enough, and then we can get the new cross member put in, and then I could spot weld it here, and then it looks like I can spot weld it up top here. We're gonna replace this because actually that's kind of sturdy, but it's rotted out in here. So we're gonna fix all that, but I'm gonna get to grinding kind of this extra crap off. And then I want to clean this area up really good because we're not replacing this. And then I want to clean this area up really good because we're not replacing this. So I'm going to do that. And then I guess we'll reconvene. right, guys, I have been terrible about filming recently with this. I mean today with this body. Mainly because I like to film stuff I know kind of what I'm doing. I don't know what the heck I'm doing with any of this, but this is where we're at. I've got the front floor pan in, back floor pan in, and I've tacked the subframe in, I guess. I think I'm gonna replace this because I don't like it. It's rotted right there. But let me skirt around here. I mean, it's a floor. I think mostly a floor at least. Obviously, I gotta go in and I gotta tack everything better. But I kind of wanted to get at least all the pieces in, and then kind of go through and finish weld all of it. Yeah, I think that the subfloor deal is lined up, but we'll see. It's definitely very close. I followed the spot welds here, and then I also lined up the bolts on the new floor pan, and the new floor pan is lined up pretty perfectly. So theoretically it should be lined up, but again, when we go to put it on, it'll either fit or it won't. So all jokes aside, it's going better than I thought it would, but I really hate body work. Like, it is, I don't know how anyone that's watching this that's a body guy, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I despise every second of doing this. It's not fun at all. But we've got kind of the passenger side tacked into place. I did fix, I don't know if you could see it, I did fix the part of the B-pillar that was screwed up, and then I made a new mount out of angle for the floor pan. So we'll see how that holds up, but all in all, I mean, I'm trying to take my time and I'm trying to do it correctly. And I mean, so far so good. Welding in where I spot welded, or drilled all the spot welds out. So all in all, I'd say it's going pretty good so far, but who the heck knows? Maybe I get it done and it's all fucked up. I don't know. So I'm gonna keep plugging away at it, and I'm gonna try to film a little bit more. I set the tripod up and everything, and I just haven't been filming it because I don't know what I'm doing. So the second driver's side should be a lot smoother because I already kind of have what I need to do laid out in my head. The back floor and all that stuff is gonna be something. I'm gonna wait till I get the moto built wheel wells in, and then I'll kind of work on that. But you guys are gonna see all this in one kind of video, so it'll be kind of neat. Like, taking the Jeep apart took a day, and you guys watched it in what, 10 minutes or whatever that video ended up being. So I'm gonna keep working at it, tacking, drilling, grinding, retacking, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so you can see the big pieces are off and in the pile with the rest of the junk. If it'll stay. Stay. No move. Yeah, so I cut it off really fast. You can go through and drill out all the spot welds, pull all of it off slowly, but I'm replacing all of it, so I really don't care. Got to cut this out. This is spot welded. That's got to actually be removed properly. Then we'll go through and we'll clean all this up, cut all the excess out. There's obviously this was a rough cut for both of these. As you can see, the pans, they sit up a little bit higher in there. So this has got to get cut off. We'll trim everything, get it all ground down to flush. Like the other side, these are the roll cage bolts. So I actually have to go in and redo the plate for down here, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, that is the quick down and dirty on how you get the floor pans out and the subframe. So this part I'll cut and then I'll grind off all that, so that way we're ready to put the new subframe on, and it'll be all lined up and everything. So yeah, there's our underside of the dash there. So this will get all cleaned up, and then we'll be ready to start fitting the new pans like we did down here. New subframe, and then it'll be grinding all the spot welds, seam sealing everything, and then onto the back. All right, I'm sure you guys are a little confused. There were holes here. Now there's floor pans. That's because filming this honestly sucks. But a good pro tip is with the pans here, the replacement pans, I'm welding them like 1/8 inch apart. I'll grind them down, seam seal both sides, and I'm doing that on the inside and the outside. For the actual box where the body mounts to the frame, I self-tapper it, which pulls everything back together, and then I go through and I remove a self-tapper, weld, keep a self-tapper, weld, go all the way around doing that, and that keeps the entire box exactly where it needs to be and tight to the rest of the floor pans and stuff. So just a quick pro tip for you guys. I guess we'll resume time lapse.
so we replaced all of our floor pans, our rear floor, put the Moto-Built Highline inner fenders in, new torque boxes underneath, and pretty much all of the rust repair is finished. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I don't know what the quality of this video is gonna be. I completely lost the will to live doing this. And you should just buy a new tub because you can get one for like 500 bucks rust free, and this costs way more than 500 bucks. So that would be my advice to you if you have rust issues, is just buy a new tub. It's cheaper to just paint the entire thing than it is to fix it, not to mention your sanity will remain intact, and mine is gone. There is no more sanity. So we're gonna go underneath the Jeep, take a look at the finished product on the underside. As you can see, it is not finished on the top. We still need to seam steel, clean up a couple sections here, grind and paint, which will be in a future video. All right, we go underneath the Jeep here. You can see our torque boxes in place here with our fresh body mounting hardware and Swag Off-Road mounts. This was basically drilled, spot welded on the outside, and then seam sealed. So as you can see, it is not factory clean, but I am not an auto body person, so I don't care. Going to the back here, we redid our seat mounting brackets, put new bolts in because some of them rusted out. New floor pans in the rear, new floor entirely. All of this was just welded every couple millimeters and then seam sealed, so nothing too groundbreaking here. As you can see though, I think that it came out pretty damn good for being pretty much rotted out and unsalvageable. So we'll scoot to the front here. Same thing. Our front floor pans were just cut out, tacked in on both sides and seam sealed, so nothing too crazy, but I think that it came out pretty good. If you guys like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you have some tips for other people doing rust repair, drop them down below. I am not an auto body person. I build custom stuff and engines, and that's pretty much it. So when it comes to auto body, I'm not the person to follow. I'm just showing you how I did it, and it seems to work pretty good, but there are much better ways, as I'm sure someone in the auto body field will tell you in the comments down below. So thank you guys for watching. I will catch you on the next episode of the Jeep TJ 1-ton build.